Hello again, Ranger fans. Power Rangers Super Sentai News here, back with another video. So this video is going to be another Power Rangers Beast Morpher Season 2 video, and it's going to be about the special episode that aired called Making Bad. Now, I thought that the episode airing today was going to be the big Dino team up, but actually that's going to air tomorrow on June the 18th. And today we had a special episode to kind of bridge the gap in between Finders Keepers, which was the Dino Charge team up episode, and the actual Dino full team up, which will air tomorrow. So this episode, Making Bad, was actually very, very awesome. And I'm just going to go over just the main story, and that involves the villains. So basically, this whole episode deals with the villains. So we have Sledge, Poisandra, Curio, Blaze and Roxy, Evox, Scrozzle, everybody in the cyber dimension, and they're trying to figure out which villain to bring back, which villain to reanimate, because they have the chest of past villain relics, and they have the reanimizer gun, and they only have enough power for one more reanimation. The gun will be useless, so they need to figure out which one they can bring back in order to defeat the Rangers, and they each have their own opinions as to who they should pick. So Korag the Nightwolf from Mystic Force is brought up, Astronema is brought up, Psycho Red is brought up, and eventually land on Goldar, but I'll get to that. So I'm just going to go through these moments here. So the first one to be brought up is Korag the Nightwolf from Mystic Force, and so they have a piece of his equipment, and they bring it on the video screen, and basically showing him fighting the Mystic Rangers, and Scrozzle thinks that he will be a good choice, but it is pointed out to him that he actually became good and became the Wolf Warrior, so then he would be no good. Then Roxy decides to choose Astronema, but again, another villain that was evil but became good, and also became a Power Ranger to boot, so that's thrown out. Then Blaze brings up Psycho Red, because they have one of the Psycho Rangers' data cards, which is weird because I thought that, the Psycho Rangers were all destroyed, because they were in Power Rangers space, then they were destroyed and then turned into data cards, and then brought back for the first Power Rangers crossover, which was the To the 10th Power, the In Space Lost Galaxy episode, and then everyone except for Psycho Pink was destroyed in that episode, and then in the Power of Pink, Psycho Pink was finally destroyed, so all the Psychos were gone. So I'm not sure how the data card is brought back, but again, I think it's just a wink and nod from the creators of the show. Anyway, they go through all these villains. They even go through Lord Zed, and eventually they land on Goldar, because they have Goldar's sword, and basically what they're going to do is they choose to re-energize him, and Scrozzle makes mention that what they can do is charge the animation gun with diamonds, and give Goldar a super power up, like a power upgrade. And this was used to explain why the Japanese version of Goldar in the Dino team up in Go Busters looked different, because it wasn't the actual Goldar from Mighty Morphin and Zeo Rangers. It was like a different suit. So they decide to charge it up with diamonds, which is where the second story comes in with the Rangers, which is just that there's a Robotron stealing diamonds for this superpower, or for this power up, and the Rangers are trying to stop them, and that's basically where the Ranger story begins and ends. So when they re-energize Goldar, he looks different. He doesn't look like the original Goldar. He looks like a new version of himself, which is, again, like I said, thanks to the diamonds used to power the reanimation machine. But in the Japanese version, it was a different character entirely. So as soon as Goldar comes back, he just destroys Sled with a shock of his sword. Boom, gone. And thus the episode ends with all the villains getting ready to go against the Rangers, which will lead into the team up episode. So all in all, this episode was awesome. It was cool seeing all the archive footage of Korag and Psycho Red and Lord Zed and stuff. Now, and a lot of the reviews that I've seen on this episode, because the reviews on YouTube come up quick, there is a lot of people complaining about the voices in the archive footage, because besides Korag the Night Wolf, all the voices have been dubbed over by new actors, just voicing over the footage, looping over the footage. And I gotta agree, it's pretty bad. I don't know why they didn't have the original actors just come back to reloop it, or why they didn't just use the original episode audio. Like, they show clips from Countdown to Destruction, the In Space finale, and the scene where Corona's revived, and the voices are different. It just sounds horrible. Although it's bad, it's horrible, but it could be worse. They could be just, at least I'm able to listen to the voices without cringing. I mean, I was cringing, but I wasn't like, oh God, stop. I wasn't like pausing the video to wash out my brain. I could still listen to it and kind of go, well, that's unfortunate. I'm not sure if they had any issues because In Space and Lost Galaxy were original Saban seasons, and Mystic Force was a Disney season, and maybe they couldn't get the rights to use the audio, which is odd because you'd think that Hasbro would get access to everything. But or maybe it was the audio in the original episode was really bad. Maybe they couldn't do it because of rights. Who knows? So again, that was kind of disappointing. And also, they didn't bring back Goldar's original voice actor from Mighty Morphin. I think Kieran Mahan or Kieran Mahan, which again was disappointing because he's still around. He could have easily done it over the phone or at this time, or like recorded it and sent it. You know, it couldn't have been a big deal, but you know, we got what we got, and the new voice isn't horrible. Like it's you know, like it's passable. Yeah. So, but other than that, other than the voice issue, this episode was really cool, and it was a nice way to kind of say like, okay, so all these original villains are coming back, and we have the Dino Charge Rangers looping in, and now we have something to go into the actual Dino team up. So, which I will be doing which I'll be doing a video reaction to, like an on-camera reaction. So that's gonna be fun, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you with my reaction video for the Dino Team Up episode. May the power protect you.